Hello crafters, I'm JanB and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I'm making these corner bookmarks to send as a thank you gift to my customers who place an online order during April at my Stampin' Up shop. I'd like to show you how I made them. I'll just show you some of the designs that I've done. The design paper that I'm using is called Confetti Celebration. So as all of our DSP has two sides to it, this is one piece which shows the alternate way that I've made them. Okay, so the one that I'm going to do the reverse of today is this one. So my card pieces that I'm going to need. The DSP needs to be 6 inches by 6 inches. I need a piece of Tangelo Twist that measures about 2 3/4 inches by 2 3/4, and a piece of Whisper White that's about 2.5 by 2.5 inches. So the first thing we're going to do is to fold the DSP. Whichever design you want to have out, which is on the main piece here, because obviously this piece is going to be inside once it's on your book. So whatever you want here, have face down. Obviously I want to do it the other way around this time. So what you need to do is take the DSP and fold it in half diagonally. Like that. And then take one corner up to that point and fold that. This really is simplicity itself. Then bring this one up, and what I tend to do is I put my fingernail where that fold is so that I can get this side to come as close to here as possible. There we go, can you see that? It's come up really, really nice and close. The thing is, it will separate as we continue with the folds. So the closer we can get it to start off with, the better. So then we open that up, turn it around, and then take one of these pieces and fold this up to the top. And it should fit in nicely with these folds here on both sides. So what I like to do is just, as I can feel that going against the edge, give that a little bit of a push so it goes down nicely. And then I'll do the same to this one. That's that. Okay, so just give that a little press down. I don't use a bone folder with this because I feel that with fingers it's quite enough if you're working with DSP. So what you need to do next is open up the centre piece like that, and we're going to tuck these down inside. Now they sort of curl around and go down, and what I try and do at this stage is I try and make sure that this comes right to the end. You will find as they go over, the edge here will finish up as a little straight edge rather than pointed, and that's just because of the thickness of the paper. It will stop it actually going into a real point. So let's turn that one over. Keep trying to roll it, and can you see how that has gone into a nice point at the moment? And then once you've got it like that, push it down and fold it again. And then fold the other one over, again, trying to roll it down as much as possible. And then keep that going as far to a point as you can. Okay? Now that looks as if it's gone a lot better than when I've been doing it by myself. Which is unusual. Things normally go pear-shaped during a video, at least during making a video. So that makes a very pleasant change. And there we go. If you look at it, you can see that this piece has actually finished up quite straight. Let me see if I can put a piece of white paper under there to show you. Yes, oops. There we go. See, it's gone straight rather than as the point. That side is almost a point. But it doesn't matter, it's fine. So the next piece we need to do is the stamping, and the stamp set I'm using is called For the Birds. This one here. It is one that needs a little bit of painting, which, as you know, I don't do often. But I'm using basic grey ink, and the image I'm using is this one here, which says Thinking of You. That's my way of saying thank you to my customers. So basic grey ink. There we go, that's that. Now the easy bit for the nest would just be to colour it as a solid thing, but as you can see it's got like little straw, and I like to keep it looking like that. So I use a baked brown sugar marker pen, and I use a pencil end, and I just keep going over all of the little lines. Obviously I don't worry about going over the edges, but I do prefer this to just colouring it in as a solid colour. All a matter of choice. But then that's like a lot of different things with card making. You choose which way you want to do things, because it's not a right and wrong. And for the amount of time this takes, I think it's well worth just doing the bits of straw on their own. There we go. I think I've got everything. So the next bit I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the bird, and what I do is for my ink, as you can see this one's already been done, is squash my paint, the ink down into the top, and I'm using a blender pen, and you just need to, if I can get a scrap of paper here, just to give it a little dry to make sure it's a wipe rather, to make sure it's clean. And then what I tend to do is I start on the tail at the back and then gradually come forward, so that the colour gradually fades as it's coming towards the front. There we go, that's okay. I'll just do a little bit for his beak. Go over that a couple of times so that it does really show up a bit. There we go, that's good. Okay, and then for the little heart, which is the only other bit that I colour, I choose the main colour of my cardstock here, which is Tangelo Twist, yes, Tangelo Twist. And then again, just take my pen again. There we go. As you can see, I've already done one in this colour before. There we go, and that's done. Nice and easy. I do try and remember to clean my blender pens before I put them away, but I know that I probably don't always remember it, which is why I always wipe them before I start using them again. Alright, just need the Big Shot, because I'm going to cut this out with one of the circle framelits, and I'm going to use number 4. That's number 4, starting from the inside, counting out. The smaller the die, the smaller the number for me. Okay, so get my little image, put my die over it. I'm going to move that out of the way. Now, one extra little thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do some paper piercing, and I'm using one of our piercing, what do we call them? Essentials paper piercing. You get a set of 3. We do 4 different kinds, but this one here has circles on it. But these fit that's the Apothecary Art set. These are separate shapes and dies. That I think is a discontinued one, but these I'm sure we've still got. But that for any shape that you want to do. And what have I got on this one? This is one of the label punch. That's a die. No, it's not. That's a punch. So you can do all sorts of things with these. Now to do this, I've lost my my piercing mat. I don't know what I've done with that. But I've got this little thing from somewhere, so it works. Right. Nearly all the shapes have got black lines around them. Like you can see these, except for the circles. So you just have to work out for yourself where you line them up. This is such a quick and easy thing to do, but the effect it gives is really nice. It just makes it something just that little bit different. You just have to hold it firmly to make sure that it doesn't start going walkabouts. There we go. Can you see that? Looks nice, doesn't it? She says modestly. Right, okay, the next thing is to do the layer. Where's my... oh, here we go. Bring that back again. And I'm going to use Tangelo Twist for this. And I'm going to put that, stick that on here with Tombow. And then to put it on here, depends where the scallops have fallen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I've got 5 from that one there. To make sure that I don't put glue in the wrong place, I know that's going to overhang them 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got to make sure that my glue is up that side. Okay, so I think this needs something like Tombow to hold it down, because there's so much thickness of paper there. It needs something that's extra strong. There we go. That one there. 5. That's it. Just hold it there for a little bit. And there we have the reverse of that one. Good, isn't it? I'm going to just put a my punch upside down on that to hold it down so that it sticks down properly. But there you go, that's nice and easy, isn't it? Hope you give it a try. If you have any questions, please ask. I'll be happy to answer them for you. If you've enjoyed watching my video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button. If you'd like to purchase any of the products that I've used here, please visit my online shop. The link is below. And don't forget, if you order anything online via my shop during April, you'll actually receive one of these as a thank you. But obviously, please don't put yourself down as a no contact if you'd like to receive a free gift. Many thanks for watching my video today. Until next time, happy crafting. Cheerio.